The Celtics won a championship and went to Miami for a day to celebrate, and now comes the main event, a parade through the city. A rolling rally to honor the NBA record 18th championship by the Green begins at 11 a.m. outside of TD Garden. It'll work its way past the Boston Common and end on Boylston Street. We'll continue our coverage of the event coming up next here on your flagship radio station for the Celtics, 98.5 The Sports Hub. In other NBA news, the Lakers have finally hired J.J. Redick as their new head coach. He has agreed to a 4-year contract worth $32 million. Less than 2 weeks after he promised it was close to happening, Patriots running back Rhamondre Stevenson did indeed sign his contract extension with the team yesterday. It's a 4-year, $36 million deal with $17 million guaranteed. And the Red Sox had last night off. They pitch Cutter Crawford tonight in Cincinnati against the Reds in the opener of a 3-game series. Sports Hub headlines are powered by the commuter rail. Heading to the parade, expect crowded trains and queuing, so plan ahead by visiting mbta.com/Celtics and download the M-Ticket app for tickets, schedules, and to sign up for T-Alerts. Be safe and have fun celebrating Banner 18. I'm John Wallach of Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Tim McKone has you next on location at 10:30.
Celtics bring home number 18.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti. Into the corner for three. Al, open, straight away. Three, got it. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Boston, home again to the world champion Celtics. Congratulations from 98.5, The Sports Hub. Get ready. It's time now for Zolak and Bertrand. Brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Bertrand on this Finish Strong Friday from the city of Boston. City of champions today. Celtics will parade through the streets. We come to you live from Hurricanes on Canal Street, just steps from TD Garden, where it is a scene. And as I said, it's a Finish Strong Friday presented by 128 Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, the company that finishes every job strong. 128 wants to congratulate the Boston Celtics on their championship and a season of great teamwork, execution, and finishing the season strong. If you're at the parade today, enjoy, be safe, and go C's from your friends at 128. Go to call128.com. What a party today, boys.
It's good to be down here, guys. It really is. You never know how these things are going to go. Like, you bitch about it because, we got to secure a parking spot. What's traffic going to be like? What time we got to leave? I left early enough, and it was really no hassle getting here into the city. And once you get around the area of the Garden, then you start to feel it. It hits you. It does. It's the reality of it. And these guys are going to be blown away. The whole organization, the team, Joe Mazzulla. We've been talking about Joe for a while, but those players, it's going to hit Tatum with that first duck boat. Turns the corner when they depart the Garden, which is pretty cool right now. Inside the Garden, I think they have all their big clients sort of in that first level with the families. And, NBC Sports is set up there. So it's sort of anchoring, the beginning of it. And that's where it begins. And that's when you see your families. Then you start getting the duck boat assignments. Then you get to the duck boats. And when you round that first turn, I can only speak from this, from being on a couple with the Patriots parades. It hits you when you hit that first turn, and you feel the depth of it. The parade route's going to be lined up. And we'll get into the whole, where should you start? Where's the Honeypot for the parade? What's the end like? But you hit a certain point and you make that turn. We'll talk about it later. And you're about 50 people deep on both sides. And the enormity of it, it's pretty cool. It really is. It's a great city to do it in. We got a lot of these, and it's not going to be our last.
The duck boats are lined up at the Garden. There will be plenty of duck boats.
25.
There are many flatbed trucks that will also follow the duck boats. This might be one of the bigger parades that you have seen of the 13 that we've had in the last 20-plus years.
I've been on a flatbed.
I couldn't believe how many vehicles are lined up on Causeway Street and on the side of TD Garden to be a part of this. So it's going to be long. The parade is going to have plenty of people in it and plenty of trucks and buses and duck boats in this parade today. And I think you're right. So I think once these guys go from being in the Garden, and this is all going to start in an hour at 11 a.m.
Hadn't hit him yet.
So over the next hour, they're going to come into the Garden for the first time since winning. A little bit different, a little quieter. Plenty of people there, though. Then they're going to load up the duck boats, and when they pull out, I can tell you that I got here at 8:30, and I walked across, and it was 5 or 6 deep at 8:30 this morning. That's 2.5 hours before the parade begins. It was 5 to 6 people deep on both sides of Causeway Street. So by now, it's much more than that. That was 90 minutes ago.
Yeah.
There are people everywhere in the streets. And as soon as they pull out of the Garden, they're going to see the crowd. So they have all the
beautiful day, too.
All the duck boats are lined up. If you're looking at TD Garden from Causeway Street, it's on the right-hand side. You have walked out of the Garden, I'm sure, down those steps, right near the box office where it's located now,
right?
And where the train station is. You walk past that, you take a right on that little road, that little alleyway next to the Garden. Yeah. That's where all the duck boats are parked right now. And so they'll come out, they'll load up, and then they're going to pull onto the street and see these crowds and see the amount of people here. And it's going to be incredible.
I'd rather be on a flatbed. I did one parade on a flatbed, and you can kind of move around from side to side. You have the duck boats are really restrictive because I personally don't fit. It's like going to Fenway.
You don't like the duck boats. You like the flatbeds.
Unless you're like at the top of the duck boat and you're Brady and you get to sit up top, or you're Edelman and you're crowd surfing the damn thing. Like that's the spot. But don't be disappointed if you're on a flatbed today.
So you
get to move around and enjoy it more.
The thing I think about on days like this, and as it relates to the Celtics, because for so long we've talked about, are the Celtics a destination? Is Boston still a place where players want to go and play? And I don't think any team is really a destination without great players on it. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. Players wanted to go to Cleveland because LeBron was there.
Yeah.
I believe Tatum and Brown will make Boston a destination for years to come, but that is predicated on Tatum and Brown being here and wanting to be here. And you go back to what Al Horford said about Danny Ainge telling him, there's no better place to win than Boston. You can win a championship in any city, but it's not going to matter the way it does if you do it in Boston. And I wonder about days like this, where Tatum and Brown are going to be on a duck boat, they're going to hit the streets, they're going to go down this route and say, oh my, there really is nothing like this, to the point where they say, I never want to leave.
For example,
this is why we're here. This is why we want to be here. This is why we don't want to go anywhere else at any point in our careers.
Go back and video the Atlanta Braves parade, where they're doing 50 down the parade route, and there's nobody lined up. Maybe sporadic people. Looks like they're out for a walk in the park.
You know why that was, though, right?
Do the Kansas City.
You know that wasn't the actual parade.
I know it wasn't.
They were passing between 2 points on the parade route.
There was not great shots. There weren't great shots in L.A. when the Rams won, because there's really nobody there that cares. Kansas City, they had the people.
That's a good parade.
They had the people lined up at the base of it, and I know they had that issue there. That's a shame what happened there. But the route is jammed here in Boston.
It's jammed.
It's not like that in Kansas
I thought it was going to happen.
Sorry.
I walked up onto the platform in North Station, and you could barely walk through at 8:30. And I'm like, this is going to be a day. The weather, by the way, perfect.
Perfect for it.
Great day. It's even going to cool off a little bit from what it is now, but it is not uncomfortable. The weather's good. The sun is shining. There are people everywhere. People were lined up here at Hurricanes. Hurricanes is full, but not truly full. I think it's going to get a lot busier here in the coming hours. People are just ready for it.
So we're going to send McKone outside, right?
McKone is going to go outside at some point.
I'm not going outside. You're going outside.
Awesome.
Yeah. Want to know how deep it is over there?
I mean, it was slammed at. I walked in here around like 9:30. Saw Peyton Pritchard and his buddies backdooring it in. They were already getting lubed up, so they're ready. They're ready to go for this. They were going back way, avoiding the crowds to get into the Garden. But it was, it's electric out there already. But you knew that. Seeing the Al Horford thing yesterday, you knew this was going to be absurd.
Somebody down the Cape told me Pritchard. He was down in like Sagamore area. He didn't go to Miami. He was partying down at Cape.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think he might have a place down there or
said,
something. I remember reading the story about him getting engaged there on the Cape last summer.
You saw the Horford stuff.
Horford didn't wind up going, right?
Yeah. He didn't go, but if that's any indication of what's going to be, he didn't have a trophy. He was just doing an appearance at it.
How do you know he didn't go?
He said somebody at his appearance yesterday asked him. He said he didn't go to Miami.
Oh, so not everybody even went to Miami.
He stayed back with his family. He's got a lot of kids. He's older. Al's older.
He's probably smart for doing that.
He's aged out of it. Yeah, exactly.
He goes, why do I want to travel for 7 hours, for 12 hours to go drink? I really don't drink. So, like, Al's not a party guy.
There definitely is a cutoff age where you factor in the travel, right? Like, you're 23, 24, 25. Get me on the plane.
Ray Allen would have
Let's do it.
Who cares, right?
The veteran? Yeah, I'm all set.
Yeah, Ray Allen.
Yeah, I know. Listen, Al and I think, are the same age.
Yeah.
Let's see. How old is he?
36, 37, I think?
Yeah. 36. I think he's 36.
No, he's older than that, guys. He's closing in on 40, fellas.
Jesus. I thought he was 36.
38.
38.
Oh my God.
Okay, I knew that. So I'm 39. So we're about the same age. Same kid situation. Do you know the amount of crap he would have taken for taking that trip to Miami? How long he'd be paying that back for? Like, you think, NBA superstar, he makes all these tens of millions. You think that matters on the home front?
No. They count days.
Oh, yeah.
They count days.
You know how he'd have how many days that then
my clock.
His wife would be going away this summer?
He's paying for that on the back end.
Oh, no. He's like, no, let me think about this in the day bank.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not going to use one up on this. Nope.
Oh, how was
I'm
that
old.
trip?
I don't need this. I'm not much of a drinker.
Had to get on that plane, huh?
Honey, I'm so happy to be home now.
You haven't spent enough time with those guys, huh?
Smart man. Smart man.
Brilliant.
Don't waste it on that trip, Al. Not worth it. That's the guy's trip that just isn't worth it. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. But as you said, beautiful day here. A lot of people here to see the Celtics across the city. I just saw a shot of City Hall Plaza. They're 5 or 6 people deep on Cambridge Street already. So I think it's going to be a big, big day here in Boston. Heard the trains were packed. People making their way into the city. The MBTA, by the way, running on a rush hour schedule all day. Full day of rush hour service to get people in and out today of the city.
2 salespeople had to Uber over here because the trains they were waiting for were
full already. No seats.
Over maxed out.
That was on the commuter rail, yeah.
So be careful getting in.
They added more cars. They were already just bringing the throngs of people into the city for a championship day parade. And I've told you before, Zoe, all due respect to the Patriots and their parades, there's nothing like a June parade.
Oh,
nothing like it. And Red Sox, October's not bad. But this is, we're talking about the Honeypot. This is the Honeypot of parades. Bruins and Celtics.
It's an indoor-outdoor party.
This time of year we're wide open here at Hurricanes. Wide open. The front of the place is wide open.
No snowbanks.
Can see right onto the street. Yeah. No snow to worry about.
Yeah.
People kicking it in shorts and T-shirts and just doing the thing. So, yeah, McKone's going to go outside at, let's say, 10:36.
All right.
Just before things begin. Joe Mazzulla is back in Boston, as we know. He called us yesterday. And he's been making the rounds with the trophy. So I have a question about Joe Mazzulla, and that is something I asked him about yesterday, and he wouldn't get into it. The profile of Joe Mazzulla is going way, way up. Is he becoming a star NBA coach? We'll get into that. 617-779-0985. And talk with you on the phones as well. It's all on the way on this Finish Strong Friday on Zolak and Bertrand live from Hurricanes.
Zoe and Beetle.
Joe Mazzulla gets asked about robbing a bank, and in typical Joe Mazzulla fashion, he gives an answer that is completely serious.
Yeah, psychotic.
Like, completely serious. And he's like, well, let's think of the same way you tell him about Car-Jitsu yesterday. And he's like, well, that's absolutely perfect. That's the way it is. You can't hide when you're in the car.
You know he went and looked it up, too.
Oh, I sent him a link. I sent him a YouTube video right away. And he wrote, I'm all in, I think he wrote. I'll tell you what he wrote.
Let's lock him.
I am all in. That's what he said.
Lock him and Marcus Smart.
So he's ready to go. He's ready to try Car-Jitsu once he gets the knee fixed.
Yeah. Some rehab.
Once he gets that fixed. He's a huge fan of the town, as we know, and he explained what he's looking for in a bank robbery. It's awesome. What an answer. That's with the Zach Lowe podcast. He's nuts. You know that?
He's good nuts, though. Like, he's not like nuts like where, this guy can harm you. Or he can do something silly. The controlled nuts is...
You've got to rely on your preparation similar to a game in robbing a bank.
Well, you got an escape route, first and foremost. Who's your driver? Like, I would pick Beetle as the driver.
Also, he said in there, control breathing to execute the safe. Joe Mazzulla, big on controlling your breathing. Huge thing of his that I know he has talked to his players about a lot.
It's like Mac Jones.
I was going to say we should have gotten him with Mac Jones a couple of years ago. That would have helped the situation.
Not panic breathing, but like
how controlling your breathing will maintain focus and heart rate and all of it. And how in critical moments you need to control your heart rate. Like he's into that stuff, man. It's great. It's all very in-depth. And he knows he was going to use those skills to rob a bank. And that clip is now making the rounds today on Joe Mazzulla. Here's my question about Joe Mazzulla. I asked him yesterday, how's your life going to change? And he may not even realize it yet, but it is about to change and already is. He is becoming a big star of this championship. He is recognizable, recognized for not only who he is and his personality, which is certainly different from what you typically get, but from coaching style and his just relentless adherence to it.
Yeah.
He does not stray from what he believes the team should be. And he loves the threes. Loves it.
Yeah, but one of the things I hate about sports right now is that we're losing personalities in coaching because it's all analytics based. So like Major League Baseball, there's no like star managers and stuff like that anymore. Right. Mazzulla is an analytics guy, but has also blended that with a personality that's just kind of off the wall. So you're actually getting someone that actually has that personality and is a little bit different, but also has that new school approach, which is, again, necessary in today's professional sports. So it's refreshing. It's refreshing to see a guy that's kind of embraced that new school stuff, but is still his own person and is not just buttoned up like, hey, this is 42% from free as our goal every night.
Thank you, Ime.
Yeah.
Like, if Ime doesn't F it up, Joe doesn't have the opportunity. Like, he walked right into that, man, but thrown right into the cooker, right into the pressure cooker.
And Mazzulla's kind of put himself on the radar with other stuff in the past. I remember when he was asked if he had seen the royal family at the game. Remember that last season?
Mary, Jesus, and Joseph?
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph? Like,
he was serious.
They were like, what is this guy's deal?
He wasn't messing with him.
What is this deal?
Yeah, he's not into that royal stuff.
He had a post-game T-shirt ready to go the other day.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, what was it?
I think it was like, but first, let me thank God.
Yeah.
Like, he knew to have his post-game winning T-shirt ready to go. He's just different. He stands out because he has personality, because he's not, I don't know, one of these unnoticeable sort of drones that are coaching NBA teams. By the way, festivities have begun at TD Garden, and the Celtics will soon be introduced at the Garden. They are being congratulated at the Garden. Governor Maura Healey is speaking right now. I guess you got to give the politicians their time on a day like this because they arrange for the parade. It's their people that have to put in all the work to make it happen.
Like you'll never top Menino.
Never.
You will never top Menino.
Never.
Charlie Baker topped Menino.
Oh, well, Charlie Baker for all the that was Chucky Bakes. That wasn't Charlie Baker.
Chucky Bakes went Chucky Bakes. Like you can't replicate Wilcock. Like, you start to, like, you're fired up about Wilcock, and there's nothing else you can be more fired up about. You can't get those back.
Chucky Bakes was sloshed by the time they let him have a microphone over at Fenway in 2018. Yeah. So that's what's happening. And there it is. I was waiting for it. I knew you were going to do it. Chucky Bakes. I don't think you're going to get that out of Mara Healy.
No.
Far more business-like. Chucky Bakes used to like to let loose. You know, you'd see Chucky Bakes around town, concerts at Fenway, etc. He liked to get after it. I don't know that that's true of the current governor.
Why is she still talking?
I think she's congratulating the C's.
Yeah.
She's giving her speech. Former basketball player.
She was a hooper.
Mara Healy.
Yeah.
This is the sport she connects with the most. Anyway. Yeah, so I think Mazzulla's got a lot to gain here, profile-wise. I don't know that he wants it or cares about it, but it's going to happen for him.
I think definitely. I think he does.
He was in Quincy last night, by the way.
I know, I saw that
at the Fowler House with the trophy.
He told us he was going to take it out again yesterday.
Well, you know,
so
he's hitting the important spots first, fellas. That's what it comes down to.
The bucket list?
Yeah, all the places you want to go.
He went to a strength and endurance place that sort of combines the lifting and that. Like this guy, Eric Busa, who trains kids in Newton. Joe's been there, and I think Joe's kids go there. He took it there. Like, he's taking it to his spots.
I mean,
and he couldn't wait.
Ice cold beer, good bar pies, and maybe get harassed by my buddy Mike McLaughlin when you go to Fowler House. I mean, that's... What more could you ask for?
You win a championship, that's everything you want to hit.
It's where I'd go, you know?
What do we got here, Beetle? What the hell's that?
Oh, now we got to get the mayor up there. So, you know what? You probably would prefer, I know I would right now, prefer listening to us and our play-by-play of this than actually having to listen to the governor and mayor give these, like, ridiculous.
That looks like multiple pages she was running up there, too. That's tough.
Like political speeches.
To end the World Series.
Sweet!
Yeah, then give me that. We're not going to get that out of...
I want a hammered governor, yeah. Like,
right. Like, this would be way more fun if the governor and the mayor, you know, had maybe indulged a little bit here on Canal Street before they went over to the Garden. I'd be interested in watching that.
Yeah.
Let's hear that.
Like some glasses.
Woo! You know?
Shots.
Cannabis is legal now, you know?
Yeah.
It's
smoke a J before you go in.
Yeah.
Do something.
Some public speaking.
You know,
take the edge off a
relate
little
to the
bit.
people out there. People out here are having a good time today.
What's the over-under on Cell's team we're going to see here today?
Oh, all of them.
We're already at 2.
Over-under, all of them.
I've already seen 2. 7 and
How many salespeople do you think we have?
4? I see 4.
No. In the whole place, in the whole that work at the station.
20, 27.
Let's say 20.
Yeah.
20. Over-under, 19 and a half.
It's going to be the over. Yeah.
Oh, God.
That would be my question. What is it? So Mazzulla, I think, will be a big hit out there today. I think he's going to get a lot of cheers. Very recognizable. And I think he's going to become not only a star for the personality and being different, but, you know, you go back to, like, LeBron talking about being an effing genius on the podcast with Redick, the guy who's now his head coach, by the way. We haven't talked about that at all. How do you think that's going to go?
Like, J.J. Redick, Lakers.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Does it really matter? It's LeBron's team. If it doesn't work, he's going to get that guy fired.
You're not actually the coach, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not actually the coach.
I think that's what...
You are until LeBron doesn't want you to be anymore, and then you're not.
Everybody says it's the money.
Yeah.
It's really like, I can't coach these guys.
You work for LeBron.
Yes.
That's how it works.
End of game, you're thinking one thing and he thinks something different. Well, you're not doing what you think.
So I want to deal with that. I know he's going to get paid, but I can't do what I like to do, and it's coach kids.
Tim McKone is going to deliver the headlines, and next segment, he's going to be outdoors. And if you're watching us today, by the way, we're not simulcasting on NBC Sports Boston until later in the day because they have the live coverage of the parade itself. We are on YouTube, though, on the 98.5 The Sports Hub YouTube channel. You can watch us live on there right now, so go check it out. And if you are watching it You're going to be able to see McKone. He's taking the video live with him out onto the street to get a check of the crowd in front of TD Garden.
If you can rip it off him, give it a shot.
I mean, he's basically going to go outside, walk a couple of steps, and see what the crowd looks like. We're right here at Hurricanes all day.
Rip his shirt off.
And we are brought to you by the official beer sponsor of the NBA, Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer. See a lot of that happening right here. A lot of superior light beers going down here at Hurricanes today. And the people are getting ready to go out there quick and then rush back here. They're leaving their stuff on the tables.
It's a smart play.
Putting down a T-shirt, putting down things. So McKone's going to give us a live update from the streets of Boston, just outside of TD Garden. We'll do that coming up next on this Finish Strong Friday.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, parade day is here, kicking off at 11 a.m. and beginning right in front of TD Garden on Causeway, passing by City Hall Plaza and the Boston Common and ending on Boylston Street by the Heinz Convention Center. Elsewhere in the NBA, as we just mentioned, the Lakers have agreed to a 4-year contract with J.J. Redick to make him their next head coach. Reports out that Malik Monk intends to sign a 4-year, $78 million deal to stay with the Kings. Patriots and running back Rhamondre Stevenson have reached agreement on a 4-year extension worth $36 million, which includes $17 million fully guaranteed. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final is tonight in Edmonton. Panthers lead the series over the Oilers 3-2. Puck drop set for 8 o'clock, and the Red Sox visit the Reds tonight. Cutter Crawford gets the start for Boston. First pitch set for 7:10. Sports Hub headlines brought to you by 128 Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, the company that finishes every job strong. If your home or business has a plumbing, HVAC, electrical, or drain issue that can't wait, you need to call 128 now at 888-CALL-128. I'm Tim McKone on Boston Soul for Sports 98.5 The Sports Up. Your next update, 30 minutes.
Zoe and the Beatles. 98.5 The Zolak and Bertrand are live at Hurricanes at the Garden. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the NBA. On Boston's home for your world champion Celtics. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Our next guest is the mayor of the city of Boston. Please welcome Mayor Michelle Wu.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Eddie. Thank you, Governor Healy, and thank you to the incredible city of Boston and all of our Celtics nation. I want to recognize and thank all of my colleagues from elected office who are in the House. We have Boston City Councilors here. We have state legislators here. We have fans from every level of government. On behalf of the entire city of Boston, thank you to our 2024 NBA champions, the Boston Celtics.
Zolak and Bertrand on a finish strong Friday, live from Hurricanes, just steps from TD Garden, where the Celtics have assembled on the court inside the Garden, holding the trophy. They're talking to some fans there. They will soon board the duck boats and begin this parade, which is set to get underway a little more than 20 minutes from now. That was Michelle Wu speaking moments ago inside the Garden. She followed that up with an announcement about the bike lanes being closed today, unfortunately. I'm kidding.
Don't get me going.
Woo! Bike lanes!
One of the dumbest things.
How's everyone going to ride their bike in Boston today? It's going to be a sad day for those people.
You ever been to Boston on a Saturday? Like, you can't even enjoy a Saturday downtown. Like, and I tried to by the Peru. You can't. And it's stupid bike lanes. And not one damn bike on them.
All right. Well, that was moments ago. Jason Tatum is there with the trophy. Derek White is speaking right now. Al Horford is wearing a cowboy hat. These guys are getting ready to go. And our very own Tim McKone has stepped outside and is on the streets. Do we have Tim?
I think so. You guys hear me?
I hear you.
You guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we got you.
This is crazy. This is crazy. We're as close as we're trying to get within, like, I would say we're probably like 30 people deep. It's insane.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see, but we're right out front of TD Garden right now. And it is, people are looped up for sure. This is unbelievable.
What's the weather like right now? Is it hot? How's it feel out there?
No, we're comfortable, so we're feeling good right now. Yeah.
Where are the weird news anchors that have no clue about sports, but they're there covering it? Oh, my God, we got your picture, McKone.
We're taking a look at McKone's live feed right now. Again, we're broadcasting on the 98.5 The Sports Hub YouTube page today. Make sure you go there and subscribe. But it looks wild out there.
Lower it just a little, Tim, to get a shot of the crowd.
Yep, just lower the camera shot there a little bit.
Steady it up.
That would probably make a little more sense, right?
Yeah. Hold it steady.
I've
Hold it
I've
steady.
seen the buildings
I
up
thought
high.
you used to work in TV, McKone. What the hell?
You guys didn't want a shot of the TD Garden sign up there? No, that didn't get you hot and bothered?
No, why don't you interview
No,
somebody?
we're here for the people.
Why don't you interview a bystander? See how their day's going.
A man on the street interview?
Yeah. You've already done more than Jameli did this morning.
Wow, it is a deep crowd.
It's a deep crowd.
Got added news and it's not to do. Yeah.
Now I think the shot's a little too low, but it's good.
Okay. All right.
It's good.
All right.
McKone must really like that woman in the green tank top.
I was going to say.
McKone,
Is he wearing a GoPro?
You're going to get me in trouble. You're going to get me in trouble.
Raise it up. You're staring at her. You know what? Jesus, McKone.
Oh.
Locks are going to be changed by the time we get back to Worcester.
No one wants to be interviewed by Tim McKone. No one wants to talk to him.
Just like his old man.
No, because I look like a crazy person because I'm just talking to myself right now. No one has any idea what I'm doing. So
Nobody wants to talk to him. This is great.
Oh, man. All right. Well, they look ready to go out there. I think we should send McKone back out there when it begins.
Yeah, I mean, because right now, Celtics are still lined up, sitting down on court. This thing's not close to start.
This is awesome, though.
Yeah.
Live in front of the building, in front of TD Garden and North Station. I really do like that North Station sign that they've added in the last couple of years.
It's such
whole look.
Such a cool new entrance to to what used to be just a miserable place to attempt to get into.
Right.
Seriously.
It's a great, and it resembles, and I know they did it on purpose, but it resembles in some fashion the original garden that sat right there in that spot.
Yep.
So I do like that. I do like the new entrance. I like the sign.
Yeah,
they tried to make it look like the old garden.
It's welcoming.
A little bit, especially that color of the brick on the building on the left.
Love it. Absolutely love
Very
it.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, McKone, why don't you come back, and we'll send you
Nice
back
job,
out when the
McKone.
parade begins.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, very good.
All right.
Tim McKone live from the streets.
He's electric.
Swing and a miss.
617-779-0985. We'll also take your live reports from the streets today as well.
Yeah, call in.
Call in. You got a live report? We'll take it from anywhere on the route. Tell us all about it.
I'm sure Paulie's on his way in.
That's the...
Hey, by the way, you mentioned you saw Derek White talking to the crowd. His teeth look great. Boston Dental took care of Derek White yesterday all day in the dentist chair.
Wow.
So
was he in pain?
I didn't get the details on it all.
I got to imagine that hurt like hell.
The video's already out. He had a couple loose, and he had the chipped one, which sort of makes it a dead tooth. And you mentioned that thing breaks. And how many did they have
That feels like root canal city right there, right?
Yeah, I don't like back or teeth pain and back pain are two worst pains I think you could have. It's the worst.
This or that, which one's worse?
Teeth.
I agree.
I mean, back pain's pretty bad too.
It is.
But nothing compares to a kidney stone. That's the worst pain I've ever felt. That's just, I want to die.
This or that or that?
Kidney stone or black stone?
Good question.
What if you burn your hand on a black stone? Like, because one of those burns, get you here and it blisters.
I don't even know what we're asking now.
Well, what's worse, black stone or kidney stone? We do have this or that coming up today.
We do. We do have a...
And we have Overdrive today.
Overdrive at 120.
I think we're going to do an aquatic one.
Aquatic?
Yeah. Hot out. People are, trying to get in the water.
By the way, got a lot of free stuff walking in here today.
What'd you get?
Got the Boston Globe Champions. In a little newspaper.
Yeah. Real newspaper.
Yeah, well, people don't really buy those anymore,
No.
Got a free rally towel.
Oh, that's
They
nice.
just kept handing it to you. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
I like the rally towels.
Little rally towel, got a free T-shirt, multiple free T-shirts.
Where'd you get free T-shirts from?
They're handing them out on the street.
Shut up.
Yeah, look at this. Just a nice Celtics who they beat T-shirt.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, good stuff out there today, Zoe.
All right.
You know what Zoe says? If it's free, take three.
If it's free, take three.
I just took one of everything. But yeah, good times out here. I do see the Kyrie Sucks T-shirt stand out there, which really begs another question. Should those be discounted right now?
You think that's over?
If I was a really good hardcore Celtic fan, a great team, I wouldn't want it now.
That you won.
Walk by it. It's over.
He still sucks.
It's a waste.
He does, but wouldn't you rather wear a Celtic shirt? Wouldn't you rather wear a
somebody's
Tatum
money
jersey or
off his name out of your pocket? Don't give your money there. You know what I mean? That guy's name is still taking money out of your pocket. To not celebrate them,
right?
But
I get what you're saying.
To kill him, to slander him.
I would just rather wear something that's pro-Celtics.
You should be here today to celebrate them. Pro-Celtics. Positive. He's negative. Why buy negative vibes?
I saw someone else wearing a Luka Sucks shirt. That's
Weird.
You spent money on that?
Does he? Would you want him?
What's the point of that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather have a Banner 18 shirt on today? It's the day for that, man. Those are the shirts you want.
I didn't feel the angst coming into this series. Luka's the guy. That's the evil. That's the evil empire right there, pal. There was no back and forth. It was only the Kyrie part of it that juice to the series, and you knew it was dead 2 games in. Dead.
All right. We've got Celtics parade coverage all day. They're going to be hitting the streets soon. We'll be talking about that. There was some football news yesterday, and we've got a little bit of time here before the parade gets moving. So we can discuss it. That is Rhamondre Stevenson got a new contract yesterday. That was the afternoon breaking news after we got off. We can get into that coming up next.
Zolak and Bertrand returns after these on the Sports Hub.
do the Patriots do well on offense?
Really nothing. They really don't, because everything is contingent upon the offensive line. If you look at what the Alex Van Pelt offenses did with Cleveland, it was all predicated on the offensive line, of which they had several Pro Bowlers and All-Pros, and then Nick Chubb, and then they had wide receivers like Amari Cooper and Jarvis Landry. So I guess on scale, relative to the Cleveland Browns, there's a big gap. So are you expecting them to do that? To me, your best player is probably Rhamondre Stevenson, but you need an offensive line to open holes for him. Best player for this offense, I'm thinking. And they're probably going to ride him to the tune of 225 to 250 carries. So that will probably be what they try to establish.
Patriots get a deal done with Rhamondre Stevenson. $17 million guaranteed in the deal. 4 years, $36 million. Will take him until the age of 30 if he gets to the end of the deal with the New England Patriots. What was your reaction to seeing this?
Initially, that the money is extremely high for a running back.
It's a big dollar figure.
But then you look at like what they gave Gibson. Like Gibson's in for what, $10 million?
$5.5 million guaranteed.
$5.5 guaranteed, but it's a 2-year deal, like $10 million bucks.
They guaranteed over $22 million to running backs this offseason.
That's a third down back. So you think, okay, what's your all-purpose back going to be? Like, Rhamondre is going to be your bell cow. When Rhamondre is good and healthy and running hard and downhill, he's a really good freaking back. He's a top 4 back. I look at the $17 million guaranteed, right? That's what you really got to factor at. And you look at it really through 3 years to me, because I don't know if you'll see 4. We'll see what he gets to 2 years from now. But it's about $5-6 million bucks a year. When you factor in the guarantees, now there's going to be incentives in there for carries, for yards, for touchdowns. And what I've heard, he's been studying Nick Chubb tape. So Van Pelt's got him watching Cleveland tape of the way Chubb ran and that zone blocking scheme where it's sort of that stretch, pick and go, and then boom, we go like Denver did. I don't know if he's that bad. I don't know if they can block that. I don't know that yet. And I don't think they know that yet. The hard thing to look at when you see $17 million guaranteed to a running back is, if you had this money and you're under the cap, how do you not get in on one of those linemen, one of those left tackles? Because to your guy, the analytical guy, what's his name from yesterday at ESPN, that said Chuck's Okorafor is a steal at $5 million?
Yeah, oh yeah, real bargain. Home run on that one.
Yeah, you weren't in on Tyron Smith for 1 year. You weren't in on the kid from Cincinnati. You got him 2 for $30. A doable deal, still less paid than what you're paying Michael Wendu on the right side, who's actually been kicked in and running some guard. That's what scares me is, are you looking at Wendu to come in and play guard because he could run more, and that's where you're going to be doing that pulling, that zone blocking? Because really it takes the tackle out of it. The zone blocking is really with the pull attack, the pull in center, and that guard, and able to get up, tag guys, and get up to the second level. I don't know what they're going to do offensively. That's why I have a tough time allocating $17 million.
You don't need to know that to know whether or not you like the running back deal for a guy.
I love
who's
the running
good.
back.
I love the running back. He makes some big plays, but give me a break.
There's guys in this league that are making $7 million that aren't good players.
Is this an explosive, game-changing running back for the Patriots?
No.
He's as good as he is.
He's not, but you need him.
No, he's a nice player.
A nice player. Really good. Yeah, that's what he is. Is he the 7th best running back in the NFL?
No. He is if he's right. No, he is if he's right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's top 10 guy.
Is he hitting those home runs, so to speak?
I don't know what the hell happened.
Is he breaking through?
What happened last year?
Is it the guy who you can hand it to him at the, 15-yard line and he's a threat to get into the end zone? Is he Christian McCaffrey? Not that anybody is.
No,
but it's like,
yeah.
All right, so you guarantee $22 million to running backs on a team that probably won't be able to block for them very well this year. Why do it now? That's one of my questions. Why so much? Why do it now?
Because you're not ready to go quarterback.
So?
Because they're going to be
why not play
heavy.
out the season? Like, you think his value is going to increase this year?
You had Damian Harris, who I thought was a hard runner. You moved on from him. You go to Rhamondre, like, the ability to replace running backs is pretty It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I think one of the biggest problems with this that I look at is, we play this game now. It's inevitable. Would Bill have done this? Right? One of those things?
No.
And the answer is emphatically, God, no way he would have done this. Bill would not have signed this guy.
Bill would have drafted the next guy and replaced him with the next guy.
Like he did with Rhamondre Stevenson. He's a 4th-round draft pick. That's what he is.
Forever with running backs. That red shirt year, right? Red shirt that first year, and then they play.
Yeah. Kevin Harris ran well.
Churn and burn, man. You know why? Because that's the nature of that position.
Yeah.
That is the nature of the position. Signing running backs to second deals and big second deals, to me, is never smart. Unless it's someone who's truly special, like a Christian McCaffrey, who is truly special.
But even he's like the outlier. Like we've seen it with Todd Gurley, second contract, disaster. Like we've seen it.
How do you think the Saquon deal is going to work out in Philly? I bet they'll end up looking at that and saying, we probably shouldn't have done that. Zeke Elliott in Dallas, that deal. These big second contracts for running backs, and it's what running backs are pissed about because they know the league, the way it's designed, works against them because they have all this production on their rookie deal, and so few get the big second deal, and those who do are, not making it to the end of that deal. So I get it. I understand part of their problem with the league, but I feel like the current group in the front office is doing everything to do the opposite of Bill. What would Bill do? He wouldn't sign the guy. Well, we're going to do it. We're going to prove we're different. It feels like there's almost this effort to prove that they're different, that they're not Bill.
But this is why Godchild wants more money. So now Godchild's going to see this and goes, well, you're paying our running backs that. I'm one of the best defense tackles in the league. You got to pay me. What about Judon?
Yeah, well, they're paying everybody.
And Judon's sitting there looking at it. Why should I only make 14 if a guy like Bosa's making 30? Now, granted, he's not twice the player I am, but he's younger and he's dynamic, but I'm a $14 million a year player. I should be getting more money.
Stevenson,
more and more you up these guys.
Stevenson, Duggar, Owenu, Hunter Henry, Kendrick Bourne, Anthony Jennings, all these guys got paid this offseason. Last time I checked, they were all on the 4-win team of a year ago.
You got to keep that core together.
Keep going, Uche. Yep.
I guess the argument would be that if you have the amount of cap space that the Patriots have right now, do you just do it? What else are you going to do with that cap space? You swung and missed on Ridley and some other players. Stevenson's a nice player.
You don't really have backs. Like,
it's also not a way to run a franchise, though, either, right? Just, we got some, so let's take care of this running back. I don't know.
It's what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
So people remember last year. Something was off with him last year. I don't know what it was. Was he injured? Stuff we don't know about? But he didn't seem like he was the same runner like he was 2 years ago. And put more pressure on your quarterback.
He the best player in this offense?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but that doesn't say much about your offense if a running back is the best guy.
Yeah.
Your best player on your offense should either be your slot and your 2 wide receivers and your quarterback.
It's also odd. I'm sorry. A guy who had, 4 touchdowns last year to all of a sudden get a boatload of money a year early before he hits free agency.
Coming off of a big injury at the end of the season.
Yeah, ankle injury. He missed 4 or 5 games at the end of the year. He missed the whole month.
I think he was hurt before that, too.
Okay. Well, doesn't that kind of prove the point?
Yeah.
He was hurt going into the year. Remember we were talking to him at training camp saying, what's up with you?
Yeah,
he's like, I want to go. I'm ready to go. They're holding me out. Remember that?
Yeah, I was somewhat stunned by the number when I heard it yesterday. I mean,
I think part of this motivation is like, let's just do what Bill wouldn't do. Let's do everything he wouldn't do.
Just zag?
Yeah. Let's do the opposite. Just to prove we're different.
Yeah.
Pay everybody. And I know that Bill got burned by that at times. Like, Bill should have signed Jacoby Myers. Instead, he went out in the market and got a different guy. That burned him. He should have just kept his own guy. So that's a different position. I don't even think that's apples to apples.
You ask if he's your best player. Is Juju's making more money than him? Should that happen? Is Juju your best player in offense? No. But see, the money at other positions sort of sets it off. And we got to understand where cap's heading, where the league's heading, where these contracts are heading.
We're going to get a check of the headlines. McKone will update us. Louth is actually going to go over to the parade route and deliver the video for us on our YouTube broadcast.
He's a big digital guy now.
He is big digital guy.
I mean, this is groundbreaking stuff we're doing right now. This is
Jimbo Digital out there on the streets.
Filming the
yeah, he's flying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he's going to get us some footage of the crowds that have just grown exponentially in the last, I don't know, half hour.
Yeah.
Across the city.
This is going to be a record setter.
You think so?
I do.
Well, they said the first Patriots parade had 1.3 million people.
All right,
Remember
that's
that?
a high bar. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that will be broken.
First ones aren't broken usually.
Yeah, I mean, it had been so long.
You'll push it. But Felger being the big NBC Sports Boston personality he is with the Late Show with Hawley and that, I thought he'd be inside anchor and coverage here. Down there with the Celtics. They wouldn't put him on a court with the Celtics, did they? Are they coming here after this? They got 2-6 from here?
The Celtics? Yeah. Joe Mazzulla is going to come out with the trophy.
Don't laugh if he doesn't show up. Like, right in the back door here.
Never knows.
I texted him.
You did?
I said, we're going to be here till 2. I said, I'm leaving at 2. Don't come after 2. I'm gone at 2. I said, there is a back door.
What'd he say?
He didn't respond.
But
he's going to surprise you.
All right. We mentioned it to him, but yeah.
Well, we eagerly await the Celtics pulling on out of the gate at TD Garden. And just about a block from the Garden, the crowds are, 10, 12 people deep on both sides, maybe even more.
It's legit.
It's a big crowd. So we'll talk about it. We'll give you the latest on that as the Celtics parade is about to begin here in Boston. Here are the headlines. We'll be right back.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is the flagship station of the world champion Boston Celtics.
It is banner 18, mission accomplished.
WBZ-FM and HD Boston IA5, the Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, as Bertrand just mentioned, the parade about to get underway momentarily. Going to kick things off in front of TD Garden on Causeway Street, passing by City Hall Plaza and the Boston Common, ending on Boylston Street by the Heinz Convention Center. Elsewhere in the NBA, the Lakers finally found their next head coach, reaching an agreement on a 4-year contract with J.J. Redick. Reports out that Malik Monk intends to sign a 4-year, $78 million deal to stay with the Kings. Patriots and running back Rhamondre Stevenson have reached agreement on a 4-year extension worth $36 million, which includes $17 million fully guaranteed. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final is tonight in Edmonton. Panthers lead the series over the Oilers 3-2. Puck drop set for 8, and the Red Sox visit the Reds tonight. Cutter Crawford gets a start for Boston. First pitch set for 7:10. Sports Hub headlines brought to you by Eastern Mass's leader in drain cleaning and pipelining, Drains by James. Slow drain, clog drain? You need to contact Drains by James today at drainsbyjames.com. I'm Tim McKone on Boston's Home for Sports 98.5. The Sports Hub, your next update, 30 minutes.
Where the crowds have assembled to see the Celtics and celebrate the 18th banner for the Boston Celtics. It is a Finish Strong Friday presented by 128 Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, the company that finishes every job strong. 128 wants to congratulate the Boston Celtics on their championship and a season of great teamwork, execution, and finishing the season strong. If you're at the parade today, enjoy it, be safe, and go C's from your friends at 128. Go to call128.com.
Bunch of bandwagon fans, those 128ers. Yeah, it's getting piled on here. Hey, go C's. Just kidding. Ron's got a lot of Celtic fans in that working. He probably gave during game 5, when it's closing out, all these emergencies are happening. Hey, call the truck. No trucks on the road. Oh, watch a game. Now they're out there on the road. They're probably all down to parade right now. You still leave a message. He'll get back to you.
Anything else you want to add to that?
No, they get full serve, man. That's good reading game right there.
Nonsense.
It's great.
It's a hell of a plug.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's...
Look at these guys. Jesus.
Way to back
this is where
our
people
good friends
really,
at 128.
This is where...
I bet they're not coming to your house ever again.
Oh, stop it. This is where you make the money here. This separates the good stations from the bad stations. The ability to tap dance when things aren't on time.
Oh, yeah, no, you just gave us
oh my God,
30 seconds.
That's what you were doing there?
of high-end content.
No, remember
the men from the boys.
What Super Bowl was that?
Stuff.
What Super Bowl was that when the lights went out? Remember?
The Ravens.
Steve Tasker had the tap dance. They couldn't do it.
Ravens Niners.
The booth couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Man, it was a disaster.
The crowds at City Hall Plaza. Not that there will be a rally there. Those don't exist anymore. But the crowd there is deep.
Where was your spot for these parades back in the day? What was your play?
Our this or that today at 11:50 will be parade related and spot related.
All right, I like
but
that.
I can say this without getting into the this or that. And that is, for this particular parade, I like to be near the Common. That was my spot.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like, in a weird way, there's Michael Hawley. You were looking for him.
It's Felger.
I feel like, in a weird way, it's like the forgotten spot in the parade.
Yeah.
You can always seem to squeeze in and find a spot in and around there.
There's nothing like that Boylston stretch where you see the people hanging out of windows on roofs, the rooftop bars.
Look at the people jammed up under the awning at the Garden.
Oh, I know. It's
crazy.
My
God, they're not even going to get to see it.
They're gonna. It's a quick glimpse, if that.
They are never going. Wow.
This is not the spot I would pick. Like, I think these may be the first time rookie parade goers, because I think you would want to be down parade route. There's a turn. What you said, you mentioned the Common and the park there, and where the Four Seasons is. When you make that turn by the Ritz, where the Ritz apartments are, and you come up and you're heading up towards Beacon Hill, that's where you feel the depth of it, man. Like down there where Rattlesnakes and the Rattlesnake Bar is down the alley there, the alley bars. That whole stretch, man, there's nothing like when you're coming down that parade route and you just see the people hanging out of buildings. Just waving flags, just doing crazy stuff, flashers.
Stanford Street right now, just steps from the Garden. Again, they come out, they're going to pull out of the Garden and take a right onto Causeway Street, and then 100 yards later, they'll start veering a little left on Stanford. It is 50, 60 people deep up there. Boylston Street is now packed to the gills.
That's where you want to be.
And the parade will not get there for some time.
That's where you want to be, because it's in and out of bars. Here it's a quick glimpse, and then your parade's over.
So we're seeing a shot now on our live stream. Jim Louth providing some video for us, and it's just a sea of people outside the Garden. And Louth is right there in the middle of it with his selfie stick and his kid.
He's getting much better video than McKone did.
Yes.
It's amazing how much more. Look how steady Louth's hand is.
He's not looking down at anything.
It's a selfie stick, man.
Is that staring at his butts?
Yeah, it got a little weird.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. And it's packed down the street, too. Look at all the people behind Louth.
That's crazy.
That are just standing outside. You can see the crowd. We're looking out to the front of Hurricanes. Yeah. It's backed up to where we are at Hurricanes.
Oh, that's right. And it was about a block. You could go a block shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are people standing here to try and catch a glimpse of the Celtics when they roll by. And so I assume right now they're all loading up and getting on the boats. That's what they're doing. And all the people that were sitting in the crowd at the Garden, I think some of those people might be loading onto flatbeds, etc., in what I think will be a lengthy parade.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine trying to be somebody that works in a city and you're telling your boss you're working today.
There's nobody working today. No shot.
I was actually...
If you're within a stone's throw of this, you can't.
Yeah.
It sucks you out.
I was rerouted, and I went by some people that were trying to get to work and couldn't. And we're talking to the police, and I do know there was one spot up the street where they were efforting getting Mass General employees across. They were lining them up and showing work badges to let them all get through.
That's tough. The hospital. It's tough because enough to get in any time. But
they had said they were going to close the streets at 9. They were already closed at 8:30, so they closed them earlier than expected. Streets were not able to be passed and crossed for people that were just trying to come into the city to go to work. Now, that's obviously an essential job.
Yes.
So that's not one where you're like, just tell the boss I'll work from home today.
Yeah.
No, that's more essential. So I did see that happening. They had set up a crossing. Wow, this is going to be a great crowd today. Great day. Great day for the city of Boston. Huge, massive crowds. The Celtics are going to be, I think, stunned because when you play in an arena all the time, you know you have your fans inside the arena, 18,000 sold out every game. It's different when you now hit the streets and there are 10 times that.
Yeah.
In the first, 10 times that in the first 20 minutes of it.
And this whole route. Yeah, exactly. You're going to see it throughout the whole thing is going to be banged out.
Just tons of fans all making their way here.
Again, like yesterday, Al Horford couldn't walk across the street. Like once they got wind of it, there was no trophy. He was just showing up to do an appearance at Canes.
People were cool, though.
People were cool, but I'm saying the
It's a
amount of
wild
people,
atmosphere.
the aerial shot of looking down on him, and the whole street was engulfed him.
Yeah.
Like that's times 1,000 today, man.
Yeah, I would say out there today, by the way, don't throw any beers at the freaking duck boats again.
Who did that?
The Red Sox
that
parade.
That
was
the
so
Mookie one.
That was so moronic.
Well, one went viral back in the day, and then I think people just tried to hop on board with it.
Well, listen,
You know
it's
what I mean?
one thing if someone's like, yeah, throw
Making
me a
eye
beer.
contact,
Yeah, hey, kid, throw it to me.
Gronk takes it, drinks it, slams it.
These people back then were just launching them at the boats.
Right.
Yeah, Mookie got hit.
It hurt
now you're just
somebody.
thrown, yeah.
Core's wife,
Yeah,
right,
you've
too,
got
right?
kids on these things. You got families on it. What are you doing? Don't be an ass.
There's always one to ruin.
Don't make your city look stupid because you're stupid.
Been there before. Act like it.
Yes, this is the 13th time that this has happened. 13 of them.
It's unbelievable. My kid's 15.
Who's going to win the parade? Like Edelman in 14 crushed it.
Gronk. I'm sorry, Papelbon in 07.
Yes.
Remember Papelbon was hammered on top of a speaker playing a broom?
They don't.
As an air guitar?
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Where
That's
did he?
right.
Was he wearing a kilt or something that day, too?
You know what? Can I say Wick? This is, because I don't
It's
think
kind of boring.
No, but I don't think a player like.
It might be Mazzulla.
I think Wick could cut loose today. Like, this is what he's been waiting
You think he could go all Chucky Bakes on
for.
us?
I think this is maybe unbutton the shirt and
Well, I've been waiting 16 years, yeah.
hanging off it, like, not just like waving, coming by waving.
Oh, Pags. I'm going Pags today. Big Pags guy. No, I'll tell you who's going to win the day. It's Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Because the fans will react to him more than anybody else on these duck boats. That's the truth. Tatum will be the guy who draws the biggest reaction.
A ton of Tatum jerseys today.
People love him.
A lot of zeros. Tatum.
You see that Brown jersey over there? Pretty sure that's not a Jaylen Brown. I'm pretty sure that is a D Brown.
That's a D Brown one.
That has survived.
Love that.
Yeah, that's a D Brown jersey that has now been repurposed.
The nice thing, no drop kicks on this one, I think. No drop kick trophy. No drop kick.
Is there anything
barge.
happening? I think they're just playing music on these large speakers. There's no live act in the middle of this parade.
They didn't say it. They would have said it.
They're not doing something
announced.
like this.
Right.
But as you can see, wow, the people are everywhere. Oh, Forsberg on a duck boat?
Oh, you got on one, huh?
Forsberg and Abby Chin on the duck boat.
Hey, they're there every night. They should be on it.
Yeah.
Like that. You're the flagship station, man. Games are on all the time. Where's Gorman?
Was that Gorman?
Is Gorman drinking a beer?
Yeah, I think it was.
That Gorman just...
Yeah, that's the NBC Sports
Oh,
one.
look at
So
that.
that's NBC
Saucy Gorman.
Going out on top. Maybe Gorman wins the parade.
Mike Sauce Gorman on a duck boat.
Look at him.
Look at him. He's like, oh, we're on TV. Yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it ever again.
And he's got sunglasses on. He's hammered.
He's been drinking for 4 days since this ended, man.
He said he was out till 4 a.m. the other night.
He's chasing it. Hangovers? No, I just keep drinking,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
No hangover for me.
Supposedly he's got his nephew with him. It's like a big kid, 6'5" kid. He's over 21, so he's like, hey, he's the perfect guy I can take with me.
All right, we'll come back here from Hurricanes. The place has cleared out because everyone just ran outside. And I think the parade is about to begin. So we'll have more from Hurricanes coming up right after this on Zolak and Bertrand, presented by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks.
Zoe and Beetle, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Congratulations to the 18-time.
It is well underway at this point. The scene is chaotic, to say the least. McKone, there's nothing better than that.
That was awesome.
Isn't that
it's
great?
Awesome right now.
We stepped outside. We're waiting for it to start, and as soon as we went to break, it began. And we went outside, and it is just a party. What a great scene. Great day. And to do this as often as we have done it in this city, it doesn't get old, man. It never gets old. Greatest sports city in the world. It does not get old doing this.
I saw Brown go by. The MVP chance. Place was going nuts. MVP. And to see him and Tatum. Tatum was 3 ahead of him. And then he came by. And now everybody's starting to run and chase it now.
Yeah,
so 2 big guys went by. And now everybody's starting to chase. So,
you think shipping up to Boston's played out, and then you hear it like that?
That's where it
electric.
works.
It's electric.
That's
where
good.
it works. It's not halftime.
Yeah.
It's not third quarter. It's not the end of every damn game. Because then that's when you ruin. That's when you thin it out. It works here.
You think we're going to play that song 1,000 times on repeat today? Is that the plan?
Definitely.
It's so loud out there. It was so loud when they
did
rolled
it for the
through.
Patriot ones. It's every one. You just played the whole parade route. Shouldn't play anything else. Yeah. Let's play our whole show.
Just play that over and over
I
and over
wouldn't do
again.
anything today. Like, today's just a day to do nothing. Like, don't have anybody do anything today. I mean, we're here. We're doing stuff, but...
Is this a tap dancing thing again?
No.
You don't have to tap dance. You're not like in the parade. There's no sound of the parade. You can do it.
That's true. It's true. Who cleans all this up? Like, they are just squirting confetti everywhere, man. Every truck and flatbed has got the confetti shooter. Guess you call it a confetti truck, right? The street sweep.
I guess you do.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess that is what you do. Call it the confetti truck. Is
Eddie House in the parade?
It's on. He might be. I assume he is. Yeah. He was dressed for a parade today. I got to say, it's moving a little faster than I thought it would.
They're hauling ass.
They're not slow today. They're moving.
You come out of that gate, you make a turn, you get excited. You hit that accelerator. All you need is one stop, man. It's like traffic. One slow down, and then everybody else backs up.
Maybe that's what it is. It's just such a long parade. They're able to move it a little quicker.
We got to get going.
Yeah.
Just a lengthy parade.
How long does parades last?
What do you think the best duty is to draw on a day like today if you are a member of Boston Police?
Other side
what job do you want? Do you want to walk next to one of the boats? Do you want to?
No.
I want.
It's a lot of cardio.
Yeah, what do you want to pull today?
I want to be one of the main streets where the blockade's up, the metal gates, where all the people are up against it, but you're inside on the parade route, watching them to keep them back as the parade comes by you 5 feet away.
Just saying, like, nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Stay back, and you're looking.
Stand back.
Okay, there's that
Nope.
boat. Okay.
Nope. Can't go down this street. Nope.
You just count the duck boats.
Turn it around. Turn it around. You can't come this way.
Because it's nice weather. It's nice weather for a parade. Full uniform, walking next to a duck boat this whole route, that's going to get old fast.
I got to say, one of the parade moments I saw that was pretty damn impressive was when Brady had the ball and he hit Steve Burton on a pass.
Yes.
But Burton was up on a scaffolding where all the media was. It's sort of by City Hall Plaza when we made that turn. And it wasn't like it was a 10-yarder. It was like 45, 50 yard dart. He put it right on him. And it was like, wow, you guys didn't practice that. It was like when he was on that boat over in Dubai.
Yeah.
Hitting those jet skiers and driving by. Like, you guys didn't even practice that. Huh. Weird.
Jalen's feeling it right now.
He is. Jalen Brown is on a duck boat with Steve Paliuca.
Yeah, he's on the... So if you're looking for Brown here today, he'll be on the very back end of the duck boat, standing up with the MVP trophy.
Well, if you're at the front of the duck boat, no one's going to see you.
No, buddy.
You got to be at the back of the boat.
Yeah, got to be hanging off the back. They're not all uniform though. Like some of the duck boats in the middle have no. What do you call it?
Some of the duck boats are fully covered front to back.
Some are fully covered. Those suck.
Bad boat.
Bad boat. You got on a bad boat.
That's a good boat if you're going for a ride on a sunny day, like taking the tour.
Right.
But bad boat for a day like today. You want that thing to be open.
That's a good duck boat right there. Whatever duck boat that one is.
That is is that Derek White? That's the Derek White duck boat. He's got an open back on his. Is that Peyton? Where's Peyton Pritchard's boat? Who Tim McKone bumped into this morning.
I did.
Pre-gaming.
He was getting after it. He's ready for parade day.
I must say.
Pre-gaming for his parade.
Yeah.
These duck boats are moving.
Yeah, I thought so too, Zo. I thought they were moving pretty good.
This is going to be a pretty fast parade if this keeps up.
Another Miami trip they got to get to?
Yeah. You got to get ready for the
They're
Olympics.
going to Paris.
Who's going? Oh, yeah.
That's where they're going.
Yeah. You can see the people moving up the street.
Oh, man, look at them. So what happens is there are some people that will try and catch the parade a second time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They started here outside of the garden, and then they'll try and run across to see if they can catch it again.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. City Hall Plaza, they better be running if they're going to get there the way this thing's moving.
It's uphill, too.
They'll try and they'll try and catch it down by the Common.
But that's why.
Right?
That's why Common and Boylston are, I think, the best thing.
The cops on foot can't even keep up with the boat.
No, they're hustling.
No, T-Bone,
That's
they're
like
moving,
a speed
man.
walk.
I'll tell you what, though, they just came to a halt.
I videoed down the
So
street.
maybe they're calibrating. They're calibrating. Here's something you see in this parade, and you see with every parade now, the players who just want to record it all for themselves. I don't really get that. I'll never understand it. Like, I'd want to take that all in.
Like, are you ever going to rewatch that? You know when you take film, like, you take videos on your phone sometimes, and I never actually go and rewatch that video.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would just want to be part of the actual parade.
I'd rather take, like, a picture with all the people that were on the boat with me.
Yeah.
And then that be it.
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
There's plenty of video available of this parade if they want to watch
sure
it
they
back
can hook
at some
you up.
point.
Yeah.
You know, if you want a copy of it,
Yeah.
they'll give you one. There's Peyton Pritchard. He's autographing things that people are throwing onto the boat. I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
I don't know if you're getting
Have
that
you ever
autographed
seen
hat
that?
back either.
Have you ever seen a player do that?
No.
That's new.
His boat's not moving.
And his two of his buddies are sending the stuff back to the people in the crowd that they throw onto the boat. Now they're moving again.
Like that guy just lost his hat.
No, he's got the hat back. He threw it back. So we'll get it back to him. Wow. What a crowd. What a day. Love these parades.
Sure do.
Of course, that's our favorite duck boat driver. That's Mike O'Brien that you're looking at in that monitor over there right now, Zo.
No kidding.
Big time listener of Zolak and Bertrand.
Loves it.
Yep. He's got a great podcast that I went on. He's even invited us onto the duck boats for a day on a duck boat.
I think it's going to be
nice.
And we've got an open show invite to go on a duck boat.
Are we watering that one?
Whole thing. Private tour, they said.
That's great.
Yeah, when they heard I'd never been on one, they thought that was kind of sad. I'm like, it's not sad. I'm from here. I don't need to go on a duck. What am I going on a duck boat ride for? I could drive.
You're going to change that attitude once you do the duck boat tour.
Why?
Yeah, I'm telling
What's on
you.
the duck boat tour that I don't...
Can't describe it.
That I've never
It's a bucket list
seen.
thing. It's a bucket list thing.
I agree.
Land to water.
I want to be able to say that I've done it.
Land to water. Yeah.
Oh, just that experience.
Just that experience.
Oh, so it's not
itself.
like seeing the stuff around Boston.
No, you're going to know that.
Like,
Yeah.
I want to see the Charles. I've driven over. I'll drive over there. If I want to see, I know where it is. I've seen it a million times.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't want to touch it either. You want to swim in there.
I feel like if I were on the duck boat ride, I'd start getting annoyed with traffic, like sitting at a red light. Like, oh, this red light again. You sit here in traffic all the time. This
Think about
this friggin' intersection. Like, I wouldn't. Whereas the tourists are like, oh, wow, this is Boston.
So bad for the environment, too, all those fumes.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Come on, let's get going. Move. I'd be like, honk on your horn. Why isn't this guy taking the turn already?
Boat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're breathing all that air
here
in.
come the people. They're
Probably
back
not
from
good
the
for the
parade.
climate.
They're back from. How was the parade? Good.
Yeah.
Good. Nice.
Fast, they said. Someone said fast. Yeah, let's go. Yes.
These people
2.5
are all.
more hours. Yeah.
These people are going to get smashed.
Oh, yeah.
What are we cheering for? What's everyone cheering about?
I think just parade day.
Oh, he's fired up.
Oh, this guy. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's get a check of the headlines. What do you say? Championship day. The parade rolls on. The party's about to beat Hurricanes for the rest of the day, so I think we're in the right spot now.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I'm probably better not to be outside like I thought.
Here's McKone with headlines, this or that at 11:50.
All right.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, the parade is underway in the city of Boston. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the NBA, Lakers have agreed to a 4-year contract with J.J. Redick to make him their next head coach. Reports out that Malik Monk intends to sign a 4-year, $78 million deal to stay with the Kings. Patriots and running back Rhamondre Stevenson have reached agreement on a 4-year extension worth $36 million, which includes $17 million fully guaranteed. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final tonight in Edmonton. Panthers lead the series over the Oilers 3-2. Puck drop set for 8 o'clock. And the Red Sox visit the Reds tonight. Cutter Crawford gets the start for Boston. First pitch set for 7:10. Sports Hub headlines brought to you by Awaken 180. Don't put off losing weight this summer. Reach your goal during the easiest season for weight loss. Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer. I'm Tim McKone, Boston's home for Sports 98.5. The Sports Hub. Your next update, 30 minutes.
Zolak and Bertrand. Middays on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
That's Jason Tatum at TD Garden. Short time ago before they all got on the duck boats. Let me tell you, the reaction from the crowd here that watched the parade as they left the Garden and came out in front of North Station, everyone is saying the same thing. Wow, they were flying. And they are moving. Yeah. They are already approaching the Common. Wow. They are up past City Hall Plaza. They are around the bend on Cambridge Street. And I can't see where the front duck boat is, but they've got to be right there.
Mazzulla's filling it.
They're already. He's doing the same thing, by the way. People are throwing him things on the boat. He's signing it, throwing them back into the crowd.
Ooh, Al Horford almost got hit by something. They're throwing stuff.
Al Horford's got a cowboy hat on and a T-shirt on of Tom. His T-shirt has a picture of Tom Brady on it being carried drunk at his Tampa Bay Bucks parade.
Well, Al didn't get to go to Miami, so he's got to make up for it today. You know, this is the time for him to let loose.
And that was Tatum talking about taking the trip to Miami.
All easy. That's a good shot at Miami.
Which Al Horford didn't do. Yeah. So the parade is on the move, man. It's going to be a brief one. They are moving.
They are moving.
Where do they go with the trophy next?
They're just slamming a little
Did Porzingis just drink an entire beer in like 10 seconds?
No. Yeah, but look how small it looks in his hand. He's grabbing his cans.
He's got the little...
that's a can.
Those are cans.
That's like a 12-ounce can.
Oh, he's like Andre the Giant.
Yes. Wow. That was awesome. Good for him. I think he just drank a beer in like 10 seconds.
Did I see that right? Good drink, man.
He's soaking it all in.
Sure is.
And soaking it all up.
Literally.
Like a sponge. Like a sponge.
Oh, today's a hot day, a humid day too, so colder they are, better they go down.
It's not that hot out. It's a nice day. It's a really nice day. So we're here live at Hurricane, 617-779-0985. Sarah in Everett is at the parade. Sarah, where are you?
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Where are you?
I'm at Stanford and Cambridge Street. I'm downstairs taking a tinkle right now, so so you can't hear the parade. But that's right up. That's like 2 blocks from the Garden.
Oh, yeah.
We're kind of in that area.
So you've already seen the trophy go by?
I already saw it go by. It was amazing. I'm on the roof right behind the Tic Tac restaurant. I just wanted to say Mazzulla's T-shirt and Horford's T-shirts rule.
What was Mazzulla's T-shirt?
Mazzulla's T-shirt was Bill Russell winning a championship as a coach and a player.
Okay, very cool. All right. So it's a good crowd out there. You were on a rooftop watching? Is that what you said?
I'm going to go up there right now. Yeah, do you want to hear it?
Sure. Yeah. Sure, yeah, if you're going to go up there. If we're going to get, reaction.
Let me go. I'm walking up now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's great.
That's crazy.
I can't believe you didn't make it here to Hurricane.
It almost sounds like a packed bar.
No, I wouldn't bother you guys like that.
Oh, okay. It wouldn't be a bother at all.
Oh, I didn't think you guys liked me, but okay. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.
See you, Sarah. See you, Sarah. Sarah Never checking in from the parade route.
Gaslighting us.
How so? What do you mean?
Didn't think you guys liked me. Bye.
Oh. Yeah, no. Get out of here with that. Of course we like you, Sarah Never. Of course. You think any of these people have jobs? What do they all do today? Call in sick? Vacation day? What do they do?
Oh,
just no show? No call, no show?
Today's like a home run day because there's people that do go to the Cape. But I'm going to hit the parade. And I just got a notice from my boy Jay Miller down at the Courtyard Restaurant. Tonight, Friday night, is Jim Plunkett playing live at the Courtyard.
Oh,
so do the parade today. Get in traffic. Head down to Katomet. Get juiced up at the chat room. Do some mudslides. Then you go to Courtyard to top the night off with Jim Plunkett, the one-man band. Nothing better than that. Cover charge. Take care of it. Get in there. See my boy Jay. Yeah. That's a good day. That's a good day right there, McKone. You ever see Jim Plunkett?
I have not.
Wow. I used to religiously go to see him on Thursday nights, the old Purple Shamrock right here in Faneuil Hall.
Thursdays,
and we'd get obliterated.
I saw him at the Shamrock the week before Christmas one year, and I think it was one of the drunkest nights of my life. Because he played.
It was the best venue to see him.
He played Christmas Name That Tune. And I nailed like 5 in a row, and he handed me 5 of the tall metal Bud Light bottles, and I think I drank them all in 5 minutes.
Hell yeah.
It was awesome. It was a great time. Thank you, Jim Plunkett, for that memory.
We should do that.
About 20 years ago.
He's still doing it strong. He's still going strong. So
17 years ago, I think. Yeah. Someone, Jay, emailing in saying his pick to win the parade today is Derek White. I think he's going to be sloshed and going nuts on the duck boat with half a tooth. No more.
No more.
Tooth is back. He's already got.
Boston Dental took care of that, man.
Already got it fixed.
I also think he's got one of his children on there with him.
Thomas emailed in and said, excuses today to get out of work. Number 1, water heater died. Or the water heater broke.
Works.
Zoe's used that one.
Slight leak.
He said
just
number 2.
Say slight leak.
Number 2, snow.
Oh.
Snow.
No, that's a Fred Toucher thing. That's like... Oh, I can't. I got an
5-foot wall of ice at the end of the driveway.
Yeah, right.
Use that as the excuse today.
Yeah.
Ryan emails in, says his pick to win the day is Porzingis. He said those Europeans know how to let loose on a booze day.
I think.
Love the show, Ryan. I think you're on to something, man.
If that's going to be the pace that Porzingis sort of has set for himself, yeah, I'd keep an eye on him.
They know how to party.
Based on the way that one went down, yeah, he's going to win the day.
I don't see Brown and Tatum slugging him back.
Not like that.
No.
Not like that.
No. The other guys are getting there, tying one on. I wouldn't expect Tatum and Brown to do that. They don't seem like the partiers, you know?
There's a video of Tatum last night walking into Strega and buying shots for the whole.
Shots.
Yeah, for the whole.
That's awesome.
I saw that
restaurant. Yeah.
He looked like he had a few shots already at that point.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Don't you love those scenes? I do, and this is what we talked about the other day when they went to Miami. So I'm glad these guys came back and are doing that thing.
They know it.
Because it's cool, and it's what happens when you win in this town.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to do that thing. And I don't expect that to happen a lot, but when it happens and it's organic and they just go out and about and go to all their favorite spots, I know that people probably bother them pretty frequently to say hello or take pictures, but they do have their favorite places to go in this city. They do live here,
Yes, and there's also a difference between getting bothered after like a Charlotte Hornets game in January versus you just won the chance. This is when you actually want to connect, right?
Right, exactly. That's exactly right. And I think Joe Mazzulla kind of indicated that to us when he said, yeah, we're about to do a lot more of that connecting with the city. And that's important to him, as he said. And that's why last night he felt the most important thing to do coming off that Miami trip was to get to the City of Presidents. Get to Quincy. That's first on any list, McKone. I've tried to explain this.
It's one of the most patriotic towns, McKone. You know that?
Yeah.
Just celebrated Flag Day a week ago.
I love that.
I noticed my flag got tangled up at home.
Oh, no.
I ran out of my car, took it down, untangled it, stuck that thing back in.
Because you know what they say, McKone? These colors don't run.
Yes, that's right.
Well, that could be an excuse, by the way, to call out of work as well. Tangled flag.
Right.
You know what? I got
that could have been a good one today.
Torn and tattered flag.
Oh, my flagpole fell down.
Got to replace my flag. I can't let it hit the ground.
Got a real limp flagpole today. I got to go out there and get that thing popping again. 617-779-0985. Let's grab one more call. John in the car. What's up, John?
What's up, guys? I just want to know when we think Peyton Pritchard's getting the seat of the city. Go Celtics.
Hey, good luck. He's getting married tomorrow.
Like, Peyton Pritchard to me is a guy who I think could be the one who gets told to go home.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
We talked about a particular Bruins player or a couple of Bruins players getting told to go home in the summer of 11.
It's usually the backup. Trust me.
Yeah, it's usually the guys that can pretty much kind of float under the radar. Like Jason Tatum can't tear up the town for the next 2 weeks.
You got to be on guard a little bit. Very reserved somewhat.
Peyton Pritchard would be able to pull it off.
100%. Walking by him today, if you didn't really stop and look, you would have thought it was just a group of 6 buddies going to the parade.
By 4:30 this afternoon, he won't have eyebrows. They'll shave his eyebrows off. Hold them down.
Just 6 guys from Saugus.
Yes,
exactly. Hanging out in the bar. Where, like, you know what would be the best thing for him to do is put on a hat, right? You wear a hat wherever you go, and go with just a Celtics replica jersey of, like, Tatum.
Yeah.
Like, just go out with a Tatum jersey, no tee, like, just wear it as a tank top, put on a hat, and go out. He could blend in any bar in town. And absolutely get destroyed for the next month if he wanted to. He's not going to the Olympics. He doesn't have to worry about that. We're coming to you from Hurricanes, brought to you by the official beer sponsor of the NBA. That's Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer. Great party happening down here at Hurricanes today. More from Celtics Parade Day coming up next on Zolak and Bertrand.
Champion Celtics, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Welcome back to Zolak and Bertrand. It's time for a Friday, this or that. It's Celtics Parade Day, and it's a parade-related this or that. Celtics Parade has made it all the way to Boylston Street already.
They're moving.
They are moving. They are wasting no time in this parade. They are not slow playing it. They are getting her done. So here's my this or that for you today on the parade route. As a fan of, as we saw a short time ago, or you can catch the parade at the very end of the parade route. Where is the better spot to see the parade?
It's not at the beginning. It's not here. First timers are here. Because you see it. I filmed two of them coming by. It's boom, and it's gone.
So before we get into that, why don't you describe what it's like for the Patriots at the start, because it's the opposite end.
So we started the opposite end underneath. We load up down underneath the Hines, and we come up the ramp, and then boom, we make that right turn right by the fire department. We're right there by the Sheraton. We pop out by the Sheraton, see the fire department, and then you look right, and bam, it's Boylston. There's nothing like Boylston. And that's why I say it's the end. Because when you come down, and say you're coming Celtics coming from the other end, you look right up Boylston, and you see the Prue all the way up to your left. You see the Hancock Tower. You see it all. And the view, the way do you take it in? And it's both sides of the streets. It's left, it's right, it's left, it's right. People hanging off, people on top of buildings, people waving flags. I mean, it's unbelievable. It really is. And I just think you get the view of the whole street. Here, it's a quick exit. It's down Causeway, and they pop up on Sanford. And then you go up around City Hall Plaza, and you make the left turn down, past Beacon Hill, down on the bottom. Then you bang out right on Boylston, and then it's over down at the end. I would want to be down towards the end by the Prue to watch them all come in and sort of end it there, because you see them coming down. You see them celebrating down there. You see the trophy passed around the different ones. When you're down here, it's just it's one point of the street, and then they're gone.
Hard disagree, and I find your commentary about first-timers offensive. It's the start. It's the start. The scene outside of the Garden as those duck boats rolled out today, unrivaled on this parade today. Those guys hit the street and had the oh bleep moment.
That moment, right. I do agree with you on the moment.
And they were so into it, and Tatum was so into it and was so fired up and was getting the crowd going, and the trophies that were rolling out, the reaction, the noise, the beginning to me is where it's at. And I think you're right. I think for the Patriots, as soon as they hit Boylston,
holy crap,
it's great there. I think Red Sox, same thing when they hit that area.
You can't see side streets. Like, you're full the whole way down.
I'm all about the beginning of the parade. And then it also does give you the option if you want to try and catch it a second time. But I'm just talking about experience. I think at the start of these parades, when these players are just stunned by the crowd size when they first see it, I think that's great. I'm all about the beginning.
Plus, you played here.
You're in front of the building, the venue, especially for Bruins and Celtics.
Yeah. I think it depends on the sport and where it starts. I think you want to be at the start of it. That's why I picked the end. So,
but then again, the end is you getting the last glimpse of it, and those players knowing it's the end.
They've been doing it for a while too, right? They're kind of into it at that point.
They're worn out though. They're worn out. McKone, which way are you going to go on this?
You get peak Edelman at the end though, and 14. That was a whole scene. Him waving the flag, all that stuff. Yeah, crazy. I'm going to go beginning, though, because you don't have to wait as long for the parade to actually get there, and then you can get back to this as well.
Right. Thank you.
I did the parade, and now I'm slamming beers. I don't have to just wait and just wait and just wait.
Right. Imagine adding an extra 45 minutes or an hour to sitting on standing up against a barricade on the side of the street.
Right.
Could knock an hour off of that and get back here to Hurricanes?
Yeah. Porzingis is still catching beer, slamming them.
Dude, he is getting after it.
Yeah.
Love it.
You have to hold him up. He can't walk.
He's going to be Brady. He can't walk to begin with. Now they're going to have him. Who's going to hold him up?
Be like a stick figure from that Bugs Life movie.
That's going to take a few to get him. He's a monster, though. I'm sure he can drink.
I bet Mike Gorman's hammered.
Yeah, he was. He's Mike Sauce Gorman, as they're calling him today.
Going out on top.
It's great. So I'm going beginning of the parade, but I get what you're saying, McKone. There are benefits to both. There's no wrong answer really on this or that.
There isn't, but I'm going to go beginning.
It's really about a preference.
Yeah.
These are two good things you're picking from. These are the kinds of things you got to debate in a city like Boston. Where do I want to stand on my championship parade route?
Yeah.
The next parade we have.
Tough question. They don't do this in other cities.
And I think the truth is there could be more of these in the years to come.
Yeah.
Hydrating question. This or that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You going alcohol today or you going beer? Because you can't mix and go back. You got to choose. You're either starting vodka sodas.
Hey, liquor then beer, you're in the clear. Beer then liquor, never been sicker.
Well,
that's how it goes.
You're not mixing them, man. You're sticking with
the
beer.
The problem is, it's an exciting atmosphere right now. You get caught up in it, and if I go liquor, the tiger gets out of the cage way too early. So at least I'm pacing myself.
Hey, McKone,
I gotta see that.
Let's free that tiger. What do you say?
Sometimes you gotta let that tiger breathe.
I know that's sometimes more of a bear than a tiger, but you know what I meant.
Problem with the beer.
Yeah.
You get full
Tim the Tank.
and you start burping.
Let the lion get loose.
All right.
You start burping. I don't want to burp.
Okay. Let it get loose.
It is parade day. Yeah, you're right.
It's parade day.
What I love is we do a show with a backdrop here that you can't get behind. The people behind the camera waving and trying to talk to us as we're on air.
Yes. Yeah, it's almost like
live broadcast.
It's almost like they may be drunk and don't realize what exactly is going on. By the way, quick shout-out to Hurricanes for hosting us here.
Thanks, guys.
They've been hosting shows for us at the Sports Hub the entire time we've existed.
This is our home.
They've hosted us so many times before big games, big Bruins games, big Celtics games.
They're the flagship.
You know Felger Mazzulla.
985 station.
Felger Mazzulla here pretty often when they do shows before big games here at the Garden. And it's been a while since I've been here doing a show. So when's the last time we were here? It's been a while. It's been a minute. I think Bruins, Stanley Cup.
Bruins playoff run.
We were here for the Bruins in the Stanley Cup a few years back. Yeah. But I got to tell you one thing that makes me happy about Hurricanes. It's still here.
Yeah.
In a neighborhood that has changed dramatically just in the time that the Sports Hub has been on the air in the last 15 years.
I got here early.
This neighborhood has changed in a dramatic way, and a lot of the bars that are here and restaurants are not what they were 5, 10, or 15 years ago. And so I always like coming in here because they've certainly spruced it up and made a few upgrades, but it's the same place. It's the same vibe, and we've lost some of the places that have their vibe in this neighborhood. It's become a little too sterile.
My buddies run the
and I love coming here.
Behind here, Billy Fairweather and them, and Levy and those guys. But I got here early, and I went and sat across the street. McKone found me, and people ended up finding me. I kind of was sitting there just watching, looking. I sat right across from the old Fours. And I'm like, I can't believe the Fours isn't there.
No.
You see the outline of the building, and it's the same facade, but to not see the gold inscription of the Fours and the jerseys and stuff they had inside there. I would go in there for a steak and their chowder. Like, they got great steak tips and chowder. And I would remember going in that single side door. and you go right in and boom, you sit down. They put the white tablecloth down. You sit there and eat at the bar.
Well, the good news is Hurricanes is here, and their menu's great. McKone's been smashing a burger over there.
I had the wings.
Zoe's been having wings. I had the buffalo chicken egg roll.
Yep.
Delightful. So check it out. Hurricanes, Canal Street, still here, still going strong. Busy in here today. Great crowd. People are getting after it.
Alex is here. He's getting hammered already.
Loving the day.
Yeah.
Sales department,
Alex, Linda.
non-functioning.
Hi. Yeah,
Great to see you all.
Wolfham's just happened to have Alex not be there. Yeah, he's gotten thrown out of so many establishments already. Yeah.
So we'll grab headlines. We'll come right back from Hurricanes. Don't go anywhere.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is the flagship station of the world champion Boston Celtics.
Al Parade got it.
Ask was the bomb squad coming out tonight.
WBZ-FM and HD 98.5, the Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, the parade is underway in the city of Boston. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the NBA, Lakers have agreed to a 4-year contract with J.J. Redick to make him their next head coach. Reports out that Malik Monk intends to sign a 4-year, $78 million deal to stay with the Kings. Patriots and running back Rhamondre Stevenson have reached agreement on a 4-year extension worth $36 million, which includes $17 million fully guaranteed. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final tonight in Edmonton. Panthers lead the series over the Oilers 3-2. Puck drop set for 8 o'clock, and the Red Sox visit the Reds tonight. Cutter Crawford getting the start for Boston. First pitch set for 7:10. Sports Up Headlines brought to you by 495 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram and Lowell. Don't miss their Make This the Summer of Ram event and save up to $11,000 on all new Ram 1500s, 2500s, and 3500s. Visit 495ram.com. I'm Tim McKone in Boston's Home for Sports 98.5. The Sports Up. Your next update, 30 minutes.
This is Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown turns the corner. Finger roll is up and good. Score to the foul.
Listen to home of the Boston Celtics, 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Get ready. It's time now for Zolak and Bertrand. Brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks on 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Electric, the company that finishes every job strong. 128 wants to congratulate the Boston Celtics on their championship. Banner 18, a season of great teamwork, execution, and finishing the season strong. If you're at the parade today, enjoy it, be safe, and go C's from your friends at 128. Go to call128.com. If you kicked on that AC this week and it didn't work, you probably want to go and hit them up at call128.com or 888-CALL-128. They were working overtime.
Yeah, they were.
This week.
Yeah.
Getting everybody's HVAC systems back up and running. I tell people, you got to test it before it gets hot.
All those crimpers.
I've been telling people for weeks in the spot. I'm like, guys, test the HVAC. Turn on that AC. Make sure it's working.
I got overworked this week.
Struggling?
Tell you that. Mine's struggling this week because the attic gets so freaking hot. Like you hit 105 consistently with that sun coming down for 2 days. It's hard to keep up.
Not me. Yeah. Not with my system. From 128. Got a heat pump. Love
nice.
It. Great system. House is cool and comfortable.
Love that.
Love that.
Love that.
I got to get buckets of ice and pour them over
the homemade
AC.
ACs.
Fan blows through.
Have you seen these?
No.
It's been a trend for a couple of years. You basically build. You put a hole in a cooler.
Yep.
Okay.
To put a fan in. You put a second hole to be able to suck air from another spot into the cooler.
It sucks it out.
And the best ones feature dry ice. So you can put dry ice in a cooler. Dry ice, as you know, is very, very, very cold.
Yes.
And you just circulate air through the cooler over the dry ice. And it's like putting an AC
It's a homemade AC,
It's a homemade sort of makeshift AC. You can do it with regular ice. It's going to melt a lot faster. But if you do it with dry ice, you're in business.
Cranking.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you can do that in the apartment there. And
I don't know if I trust myself with some dry ice. That might go wrong. Yeah, it might go bad.
T-Bone, do we have the audio of Cousy, as I mentioned, Wusta?
My guy.
This was posted by NBC Sports Boston. They put up a video of the man himself, Bob Cousy, who they caught up with, 94 years young he is. I'm sorry, 96.
Yeah, he's up there.
I thought he was 94. He's 96. Bob Cousy, 96 years old. And here's what he had to say about this.
I think from my standpoint, I got extraordinary pleasure, maybe out of this one more than the ones we used to win all the time. In the privacy of my own thoughts, I was thinking all year long how it all of a sudden has become important for me to watch number 18 go to the ceiling. And before this series, I said it's going to go 4, possibly 5. So in my mind, I was pretty damn sure we were going to hang up number 18. Tell them, if you have a chance to talk with them, that they made an old man in Worcester very happy.
Celtics legend Bob Cousy, who talked with Chris Forsberg on his Celtics podcast, Celtics Talk podcast. He did an entire interview with Forsberg.
Central Mass guys.
Praising the team, praising the evolution of Brown and Tatum, how he wants to still be here come October when they raise that banner. I mean, incredible stuff. And by the way, at 96, he looks great and sounds great.
He's still very much with it. It's unbelievable.
Sharp as a tack.
Yeah.
You know, obviously he's 96 years old. He's slowed down, but he is...
Watches all the games and
looks
knows
good,
what's
and
going
he's all
on.
there, man, at
That's
96.
Crazy.
What a life. What
it's
a life
wild.
he has lived and is still living to this day, enjoying this 18th banner. It's just the amount of joy he's taking out of this is special.
Yeah, there's not many that have both. Like, you have your wits and you have your health. Normally one or the other goes. That'd be a good this or that.
Oh, what would you rather lose first? That's kind of grim. Your mind or your physical abilities?
At some point.
I'm going to go mind.
You'd rather lose your mind?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd go mind first.
In the sense that I get what you're saying.
You know?
I've seen it up close, both, and it's neither one. Neither one, I would say, is better than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's too grim. What are we doing?
You brought it up. I mean, you're on a roll today.
We got Overdrive coming up 120.
Yeah, you're rolling right into that.
Hell yeah, baby. Oh, by the way, speaking of Overdrive, I got my last throw with Zoe at Westboro. Albrecht, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Anyone hit it yet?
Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. No, one guy came close last week. Oh. Because the wind was a little more at the first one on that Wednesday. But last week, no wind. It was hot as hell. And about 2 feet away. 10 grand cash.
Leon in Attleboro's got something on the parade today. Leon.
Yeah. How you doing?
Yeah. What's up, Leon? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. How you guys doing?
Great.
Great, man. What's up?
Just real quick, I've been watching the parade, right? And I guess I love Paul Pierce, right? Great player. Nothing bad to say about him, but I don't get what the hell he's doing on the duck boat. He had his time. Let these guys have their time. You know what I mean? That's just my feeling. I want to see what you guys think.
I do understand that. And I think there's a connection with this city and that team and Paul Pierce. I got giddy last week watching Paul Pierce come back to the Garden for Game 5. How excited he was to see the parquet, to see the lucky. It means something to him. I don't know if you could say that about every guy that won it in the past. There's an attachment with Paul. I think Paul's unique. But I do understand what you're saying. It's his team's team.
It's his team's deal, but you know what? I don't have a problem with it. Like, it's a huge parade. You got how many duck boats are there?
25.
So now you got an extra duck boat.
You got 25 plus what? 6 flatbeds?
Now you have one that goes by and people say, hey, Pierce. Yeah. Well, that's cool. For the fans, I have no issue with it.
I think it's a passing of the torch. Because it kept going to the big three. Last team to won. You'll never win like the 03, that 07, 08 team won. But yeah, you will. And now it's time to start talking about this team. I think it's sort of the passing of it. Yeah, but it is different that he's on it, I guess. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, there isn't it's weird because there is an appropriate amount of time where it's like, oh, you're no longer a recent Celtic, you're an old man Celtic legend.
I thought I saw Eddie House on that.
And Pierce is approaching that. I mean, it's been 16 years since they won.
I'll be honest with you, I have a hard time wrapping my head around that was 16 years ago.
And
That's crazy.
You know why? Because he looks great. He looks the same. And he talks the same. He acts the same. Looks like he just retired a year ago. But, like, Eddie House, I think, was on one. Scal's probably on one.
I think they're all on the same one.
They're broadcasters, man. I mean, I don't know.
I don't have a big problem with it, but I do understand what Leon's talking about, which is
you're taking the stage
Don't take the
away.
spotlight.
Like Paul Pierce is such a big popular figure with Celtics fans still that it's
defer.
Decline the invite and say, no, I want those guys to have their parade without. What if Larry Bird had showed up and got on a duck boat in 2008?
Okay.
Right? That's the comp. It's kind of close.
Or if the Red Sox win another one, is Poppy going to be on the boat?
Yeah, like David Ortiz gets on a duck boat when the Red Sox win right now. You'd say, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I don't think he would.
And so I get that. Like, there is a certain amount of time where you go from too current to, okay, it's acceptable, do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Because if Max got on a boat today, you'd be like, hell yeah, it's Max, right?
He's working.
But there's something different about that because Max is from 1981 MVP as opposed to the 2008 MVP.
Right. You think Grant Williams tried to get on one today?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Marcus Smart was,
Dude, he was in the freaking
was roaming at TD Garden. I'm kidding.
That's Tatum's boy.
Kidding.
Yeah.
No, they were walking along. They were walking alongside, blowing the bubbles and handing out the candy.
Grant Williams.
Candyman. Grant Williams. 617-779-0985. It's Zolak and Bertrand. We're presented by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Who do you think had a worse week watching everything after the Celtics winning? Who regrets not being here or is missing out and feeling like they're missing out on this the most? Is it Marcus Smart? Is it Ime Udoka? Is it any of the former Celtics who were here in recent years that are not here? Smart. Kyrie Irving. Did this hurt Kyrie Irving at all? Let's talk about all this coming up as the parade continues and is close to completion in the streets of Boston. An update on that as well, all on the way.
Zoe and Beetle, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
update on the parade is this. It's pretty much done. They are arriving at the Heinz Convention Center. It's over.
I was going to say, there's guys sitting on the back, like up on the top of the back of the duck boats.
Yeah.
And I almost said it watching one of them over here on the left side slow down. Because one guy, he almost fell off the back.
Oh, no kidding.
They're moving so fast. Holy crap, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, they should have enjoyed this day more.
That's it.
I'm sorry, they should have enjoyed it more.
What'd they go for, a little over an hour?
I was going to say, so
That's
we
it.
were 11:15, we were out there and saw them start.
Okay, so they went for an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The last flatbeds are rolling in there right now. It's over.
Wow.
It's pretty much done. An hour and 10-minute parade. That's perfect.
Well, you got to get back now.
That's perfect.
Got to do it again.
You don't have to do it for 2 hours. You get it. You get the gist of it.
Friday, though. If I was driving that thing, I'd be like,
I would soak it in. It's a nice day out.
It is a nice day. But yeah, it's it. They're unloading people. It's still a sea of humanity out there.
It sure is.
Following this parade, they got an amazing turnout. Fans are ready for it. Beautiful day.
Good day. Looks like everybody behaved.
Yeah. You didn't see anything that was crazy going on out there. Unlike those unruly Red Sox fans in 2018. Celtics fans. And you know what I mean, just the noise, the cheering.
Oh, yeah.
Was incredible. Just how loud it got. Just out here in front of the Garden. So I'm sure that was the case on the entire parade route. So yeah, it's pretty much done. Parade's over. Another one in the books, boys. Another one in the books.
Nice job today, McKone.
Another great day. Who do you think is seeing this today and thinking, I could be there, I should be there, I'm pissed that I'm not there?
It's definitely not Kyrie.
Okay, so Kyrie's out.
Can I just say quickly, though, it should be. It should be Kyrie because he was supposed to be the face of the franchise. They wanted you to be the guy.
Quickest trek to another one.
But
it should have been his
It's definitely
trek.
not. You're right. It's not. I don't think this registers with him.
This is all about Marcus Smart. This is 100% all on Smart because he loved playing here. It was your longest tenured guy. He endured the close calls, but he became too big. He was entitled. He was entitled to shoot whenever he wanted. And I think he may have hampered them a little bit to grow. I'm talking about, you know who? Tatum and Brown.
Yeah.
They may have had another if he's not here. Like 2 years ago. There's some shots that Marcus took that may have hurt this team. I do feel bad for him in a sense because I think it meant something to him to play here. And I think he gave you everything he could.
I think it's tough. I think it's really tough choosing between Ime and Marcus.
Well, I think
for this reason. Ime, you can say that his removal here could have been easily avoided. Right?
Self-inflicted,
easily avoided, and
he had him going in the right direction.
And here's the difference between him and Marcus Smart. The Celtics did not win the championship because they moved on from Ime. They could have won a championship with Ime. They did win a championship because they moved on from Marcus Smart. So it's tough. Marcus Smart, he probably won't admit it to himself, but the Celtics got better because they got rid of him.
Yes.
And even if he doesn't want to admit that part, he knows that they won a championship because they got better for who they traded for.
He knows.
Because he can't watch Drew Holiday, and I know that's not the trade, but you know what I'm saying.
That's what it wound up.
You
Yeah.
can't.
It's him and Porzingis.
He can't watch the way that Drew Holiday and Derek White are playing as the guards on this team and look at that and not objectively say that's a better team now without me. They upgraded without me. And so he has to, that's got to be painful to admit that and know that.
Yeah.
Whereas it's painful for Ime because it's got to be, he must have the regrets because that was in his control. Marcus Smart, it wasn't in his control. He didn't get to choose leaving or do something that caused him to be removed.
Right.
Whereas Ime did. Like, he must have big regrets. Marcus must just feel the pain and jealousy of not being a part of this.
Yeah. And ultimately, it wasn't his decision to walk out the door, too. The organization moved on. They traded Marcus Smart. Whereas, again, like you said, Ime Udoka self-inflicted. And you're looking at this thing going, man, I had this team in the finals. We know he's a good coach. He did a good job in Houston this year.
He's a good coach.
Yeah, but you get Tatum and Brown.
Yeah, it's a different level. So now, I think it's Udoka. What a mistake. Like, Dude, you had the world by the balls in Boston. You had the world by the balls, and you just totally effed it up. I think it's him.
And he would have been a bigger persona as a coach, as far as, we talk about it with Joe. Joe's going to explode now. But you knew who Udoka was. He kind of ruled an iron fist, so to speak, a little bit. He got after their ass. And he was good post-game when they were bad. Like, he called them out.
He was calling guys out on your show. Yeah.
You sort of gravitate towards the players now. Everybody thinks like Joe's along for the ride. No. I think Joe's the right coach for them. They found the right mix. And Brad in the front office, he's the right mix. It's all cooking right now for them. But Udoka would have been big here. It would have been really big. Belichick, big. You win here. Francona, big. You sort of take on that persona. Butchie went elsewhere, won. Look how big he got, Winning justifies a lot. And sort of springboards you into other things. I mean, it's the first time winning NBA head coach. Would have been one of probably many for him. It's Joe's team now. Let's go, Joe.
Well, that it is. I don't think anyone's going to debate you on that.
Joe's not into all that royal stuff either.
I'll tell you what, it is wild that Mazzulla's the replacement on short notice, right? Like 2 weeks before the season starts. They're thrown in there. And these guys respond to him the way that they do. You have Derek White talking about how he changed my career. Tatum would go to the mat for him. It's wild what he's been able to do.
Though. Like, Brown shut him down. Like, Brown was not happy about it. And he was pretty outspoken about it. And I thought that was potentially going to be a problem. But Joe figured out the way to make it work and let these guys believe in him. And you get some strong personality. Brown and Tatum, I know Tatum doesn't seem it, but just by him being him is strong. Brown is very opinionated and carries a big stick. And that dude, to get him believing in you, that's a big thing to do, and Joe did that.
Eric is in the truck. He's been hanging on for a this or that. What do you got, Eric?
Yo, what's up, guys? And Zoe, I want my flowers because I think I have the closest throw with Zoe throw so far, let's be honest. But as far as this or that goes with the drink, day like this, beautiful day, we're out there sweating. We got to go with the nice, clear vodka or gin. Beer's too heavy, nice and smooth, sweat it out a little bit. And Marc Smart was a detriment and a liability to the team. See you guys soon. I'll be gone for a while, but I love you guys. See you soon.
See you, buddy. Good seeing you. You kind of sip it. The drink, you kind of sip. And you soak it in. Beers, they get cold quick. Out in the heat, hot hand wrapped around it. Makes you drink faster. I'm going vodka soda. Vodka water. Because I don't want the soda to burn the throat. I don't want that carbonation. I'm not a big carbonation drink guy.
No?
That's why I like the iced tea. Tell you what, a little Crystal Light iced tea with vodka. That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good drink, too.
That's a nice one for the beach.
Iced tea or lemonade with vodka?
The tartness and the acidity, it gets after you after a while. I could probably put more iced teas down.
Did you ever make that jungle juice stuff in college where you'd put like the frozen Minute Maid thing in there?
We used to call it the magic pumpkin. We would keep the orange pumpkin head from Halloween, the candy thing. And we'd mix our punch in there.
That's not big enough.
It's a magic pumpkin. Oh, it's big enough.
What were you having? 2 people over for the party? Cool party.
Intimate.
How many people were you having?
I think we made one.
Well, that's the point.
A lot of pumpkins.
The point is to make one.
5 guys in a suite.
And just turn the faucet on.
Put it in the bathtub.
Sure.
You ever drink out of a bathtub?
No.
Can't say I have.
No.
Not sure that I want to.
I've been at a house party.
Not in college, man. Not in college.
No,
That's
you
hard
go to a
pass.
house party, nice house.
Yeah.
But you see the ice and the fruit floating around in there. It's cool, man.
Yeah, it dresses it up a little bit.
Dip it in and suck. Drink it, yeah.
We are today at Hurricanes, brought to you by the official beer sponsor of the NBA, Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer, sponsoring our event here at Hurricanes. Come on down. Still got room. Party rages on this afternoon in Boston.
This is crazy.
Nobody wants to go home.
Streets are dumping out.
It's Overdrive coming up at 1:20 today on Zolak and Bertrand.
Sports Hub headlines.
All right, parade day is here in the city of Boston. Things wrapping up on the route right now. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the NBA, Lakers have agreed to a 4-year contract with J.J. Redick to make him their next head coach. Reports out that Malik Monk intends to sign a 4-year, $78 million deal to stay with the Kings. Patriots and running back Rhamondre Stevenson have reached agreement on a 4-year extension worth $36 million. It includes $17 million fully guaranteed. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final tonight in Edmonton. Panthers lead the series over the Oilers 3-2. Puck drop set for 8 o'clock, and the Red Sox visit the Reds tonight. Cutter Crawford getting a start for Boston. First pitch set for 7:10. Sports Hub headlines brought to you by Roto-Rooter. Schedule a free water quality test to identify unhealthy hazards in your tap water and show you how to improve it. Call 1-800-GET-ROTO or go to rotorooter.com to schedule today. I'm Tim McKone, Boston Soul for Sports 98.5. The Sports Hub. Your next update, 30 minutes.
Everywhere you go, you're always connected to Boston sports with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app. Download it wherever you get your apps today. Zolak and Bertrand are live at Hurricanes at the Garden. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the NBA. On Boston's home for your world champion Celtics. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Zolak and Bertrand live from Hurricanes on a finish strong Friday. 617-779-0985.
It's good parenting going on here. Baby in a bar again.
Oh, is that what you want to call it?
Baby. They already gave me the baby. Baby's all hot and sweaty. I'll take the baby home.
Might be time to go home.
I think it's time for Mom to go home. Mom's not ready to leave yet, though.
No. Not ready to leave her 20s yet. It's unbelievable.
Tony, stop, Tony.
What? Let's go.
Look how fast the freaking
oh my!
He's like he almost dropped the trophy.
No, you're like
we just caught a video. Hauser took his shirt off.
Tarp off.
It's the backups.
The boat that Tatum was on was flying, and he was at the back of it holding. Well, hey guys, just trying to stay out of the sun.
Yeah.
That's Brad Stevens.
He's getting the actual duck boat tour right now. He's getting the fun facts and everything like that while this parade's going on.
Oh, that's really interesting.
I'd love to get like an honest answer. Like, does he feel like disappointed that he didn't do it as a coach?
I think he has zero regrets.
Okay, good. I would hope that would be the answer. But like on a day like today,
Brad Stevens was absolutely out there today.
Good for him.
He was wearing a green polo shirt.
Oh, there he is.
And a black hat and sunglasses, and he could also blend in with that outfit at any Boston bar this week.
Yeah. McKone was outside.
He could walk